It's hot out, you want your AC to work, but all you're getting is hot air. Do you hear that click and see that compressor spinning? That means your AC system's working properly, it's just not getting to you. You could have a blend door actuator problem, and we sell these at 1aauto.com. Everyone always thinks when you're having an AC problem, you just need to recharge the system, or worse, you get one of these cans and fill it up. That's not going to fix your problem. It could just be one of these. This could also be called a temperature door actuator, and basically when you change the temperature in your vehicle, this is going to move. It's going to change the direction of a door to move the airflow in a different position. An easy way to think of this is like a faucet. If you have the hot water on, hot water is coming out. If you switch it to the cold water is coming out. But if the valve is faulty or an actuator is faulty, then it's stuck on the hot. All you're going to get is hot water. But in our case, it's going to be hot air. On most vehicles, these blend door actuators are located underneath the dash towards the center console. You always want to start by disconnecting the connector before you pull any of the bolts out. Then grab the actuator and it just slides right out. Let's just pull this apart so you can see what it looks like inside. We'll just use a little screwdriver and just pop these clips off. Slide the cover off, and you can see there's a lot of gears inside of here. Now when you turn that dial and it sends a signal to the actuator, it's going to turn this motor, and that's going to turn all these gears, and it's going to turn this piece right here that is connected to that door. So just like the valve in the water, when that gets turned, that's going to change the direction of the airflow, just like hot and cold water. And sometimes when you have one of these that goes bad, you'll actually hear a clicking noise, and that's because the gears are all chewed up. Now that's different than the clicking noise heard from under the hood. It's going to be a noise coming from under the dash. And it'll just go click, 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 click. And that's just from the motor spinning and spinning and spinning. When you're reinstalling the actuator, you always want to bolt it up first before you plug it in. You can see where the door is. You might have to turn the door a little bit. You might have to grab it with some pliers if possible. Line that up and slide it in place. Put the bolts in and snug it down. Now that's secure. Now we can plug it in. Now when I turn the heater knob, you should see the center of the actuator turning. That's going to heat. And then if I go to the cold side, you can see it's working, going to the cold. That means that door is moving when you turn it to cold. Now, if the actuator wasn't working when I went from hot to cold, you would see that that center piece right there is not moving. In that event, most likely, you have a bad actuator. And if you have a vehicle with dual climate control and they're both on cold and you have one side coming out hot, one side coming out cold, most likely you have an actuator problem. So now you know how to fix that blend door actuator and get that cold air back into your car. If you need an actuator for your vehicle, make sure you click the link in the description, head over to 1aauto.com, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Ring the bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Put that in. That's not going to, how was I going to say that? Hold on. We're just going to change a bunch of airflow, and I'm talking too much. This is not going to work. Oh, is someone walking in?